Good evening, Portage County. Thank you for joining us this Wednesday. I'm Chris Abreu, joining you remotely from my apartment in Kent, Ohio. While we can't be in the studio, TV2 is dedicated to bringing you today's top headlines. This is TV2 Online. The upcoming semester holds many questions for Kent students in regards to testing in classes as the coronavirus pandemic continues. Our own reporter Gabby Jonas has more on the story.
Yesterday, the Office of Provost sent students and faculty an email that regarded Kent's spring semester plan. The plan is still in process to be finalized to ensure a safe return this upcoming semester. I spoke to Provost Academic Affairs and Pandemic Leadership Committee, Manfred Van Dolman, more about what to expect for spring semester. Dolman said after communicating with other public universities across the state, learning from each other has been very beneficial. Dolman also said rapid results for testing will hopefully be available for next semester to maintain students' academic success. Take a look.
And ideally, we're hoping that we are able to deliver tests where you get, rapid results, but are looking at different options, and it also will depend on availability, as we're seeing also the need going up everywhere. I think in all of this is safety. The reducing the number of people who get sick, while also maintaining our academic mission and making sure that students can continue to make progress towards their degree.
Testing will continue to take place next semester with added procedures. Mandatory testing will take place at move-in for students living in residence halls, and students needed to be tested will take place in the Kiva or ballroom with specific time slots to receive testing. Once accommodated, students in residence halls may be tested twice a week, depending on the risk level. Wastewater testing will also begin to take place next semester in a microbiology lab. Random testing will also take place at this time for students and faculty who have in-person classes and will also be offered to those that are not in person. Reporting from Columbus, Ohio, I'm Gabby Jonas.
Ohio reports 7,835 new cases of COVID-19 within the state in the past 24 hours alone. There are about 430,000 cases in Ohio to date, and federal guidelines suggest an actual downward trend means seeing a decrease in the number of new cases per day for 14 days consecutively. Britain gave emergency authorization for the Pfizer vaccine today. This makes it the first country to do so and start widespread vaccination. This led to concerns that Britain acted for political reasons, since the U.S. is already under fire to authorize a vaccine. And the vaccination authorized in Britain was co-developed by an American pharmaceutical company, Pfizer. And the U.S. is preparing for the inoculation process themselves in different states, since it is expected in the coming weeks. A CDC advisory panel recommended healthcare workers and long-term care workers to get vaccinated first. The first shipments of the Pfizer vaccine are expected on December 15th, and Moderna's coronavirus vaccine is expected to come in on December 22nd. The Kent State Board of Trustees is rolling out a voluntary faculty separation incentive program. The program would not be in motion until May 31st, 2021, and those planning on retiring with conjunction of the plan will be able to return and part-time teach. Those retired can also keep tuition waiver benefits for 3 years after separation. Kent State's Council on Technology has chosen Instructure's Canvas to replace Blackboard Learn for instruction. The university says it plans to mitigate any disruption by implementing training for faculty and students in the program over the next 18 months. The university said that the school will still be using Blackboard Learn until summer 2022.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Ben Pagani for your TV2 Sports Report. We're starting with some developing news today. The men's football team is out of action this Saturday. They were slated to face off against the Miami University Redhawks, and the MAC has now called that game a no contest. The story developed earlier today when it was reported that the football team has been dealing with issues regarding COVID-19, and a spike of cases on the team led to the conference making the decision to just cancel the game outright. There will be no win or loss for either team. The Miami Redhawks were the defending conference champions last year. They were having a steady season this year, and Kent State, of course, lost earlier this week against Buffalo. The Kent State women's basketball team tipped off their season today. They got absolutely rattled, throttled even by the Ohio State Buckeyes, who are number 19 in the country. 103-47 was the final score. No Golden Flash scored 10 points, but 5 Ohio State Buckeyes scored double digits in this game. One of the bright spots for the Golden Flashes was Nyla Blackford, who plays in the forward position. She had 9 points and 2 assists. This was the team's first game of the year after some COVID-19 related concerns pushed back their first game. Kent State men's basketball team tipped off earlier today at 5 o'clock. I don't have a score at the time of this recording. However, if you follow us on Twitter at TV2KSU Sports, we'll be able to get you some post-game coverage, including press conference footage with Coach Rob Senderoff. Kent State men's basketball team had both of their first 2 games of the season canceled due to COVID-19 testing concerns, but tonight able to play against Point Park University. That game will be concluding shortly. I'm Ben Pagani for TV2 Sports. We're going to send it back to some news coverage.
Now let's move into the weather for Portage County in this upcoming week. Throughout the week, we're going to have high 30s, low 40s range temperature. Today, you're going to have a sunny day. On Thursday and Friday, similar highs, 44 and 43, with a chance of rain on Friday. It'll be kind of cloudy both days. On Saturday, we do have a chance of snow, and it's going to remain pretty cloudy, high of 38. On Sunday, cloudy yet again, looking like kind of a little bit of a bleak week with a high of 35. Monday is very similar with high 35, still cloudy. And Tuesday, you can expect some of the sun peeking through that day. So hopefully you can get out of all those bleakness and maybe see a little bit of sun on Thursday. All right, now moving into your hourly forecast on 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., we have fairly clear skies as well as fairly similar temperatures at 33 and 32 degrees. It might be a good night to go stargazing, but make sure you bundle up because it is still pretty cold. Now, moving on to 10 p.m., we are going to have 32 degrees still. However, clouds are going to be rolling in. Now, that is all I have for you for weather. Make sure you stick with TV2 every night to get your forecast as we move into these colder months. Well, that about wraps up our coverage this evening. Thank you for joining us. While TV2 cannot be in the studio, you can still catch us online every weeknight. I'm Chris Abreu, and have a great rest of your night, Portage County.